What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Pocket Broker. I'm your boy Giorgino. Hope you're having a fantastic day, guys, wherever you are around the world. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Sunday? Happy Easter for those of you who do celebrate Easter. And guys, I wanted to, of course, let you all know, guys, we're gonna have I'm going to be trading against the AI today. So it's going to be AI placing trades. I'm going to be placing trades, and we're going to be able to see who's going to be more successful. I'm going to be placing around 5-6 trades along with the AI. I'm going to be placing around $100 per trade. See how that works for us. Let's jump right into the platform. Here we are. So as you can see, I have already enabled the AI trading, as you can see here on the platform. So, all right, here we go. And now you might be wondering, all right, how am I going to be trading, right? Well, this is the fun part. I'm going to be using two technical indicators to my advantage. I'm going to be using the alligator and the RSI. For those of you who don't know, what is the alligator? So this is the Bill Williams alligator indicator, which is technically a trend following tool that actually uses 3 moving averages to show when the market is sleeping, which means no trend, when it's waking up, that is when the setup starts to form, and 3, when it's trending, and that is the trade time. Now, what is it used for? Well, technically it is to identify trend direction, filter out bad sideways markets, and help you avoid overtrading. So stay in trades during strong moves. So in short, it tells you when to trade and when to stay out. Let me apply it on the platform so you see how it looks. I even started. There you go. That is the alligator. Let me just make some visual changes. I'm not going to change anything on the settings because this is all exactly how I want it to be. Let's make it 2, 2, and 2. Yep, should be better now. All right. So now, in essence, if we look at, so you can clearly see here is an uptrend, sideways movement. As you can see, the alligator moving averages are tangled, and then we have a downtrend, right? So the blue is considered to be the jaw. The red is considered to be the teeth, and the green is considered to be the lips. All right. Now, like I said, the settings are optimal. I'm not going to change anything. How am I going to be able to use it? Now, when the lines are tangled, just like over here, technically it means no trade. All right. Now, if the market is ranging, I avoid trading. These are fake signals, and the alligator is going to be technically useless for me. So I'm going to stay out of the market. Now, when the lines start to open up, just like what you see here, they start to separate, right? This is my opportunity. I start to analyze, I start to wait and prepare myself to see how the market is going to react. So if the green, now this is for a sell trade, let's say we're looking at a buy trade over here, right? This is where they start to separate. If the green is above the red and the red is above the blue, that means that we are in an upward trending market. Vice versa, if we're in a downtrend, the green is below the red is below the blue. So the price, of course, needs to stay below the green line for a downtrend, and for an uptrend, we need the price to be above the green line. This is technically where the money is. That is the moment, or that is technically the times where you can actually place your trades and be more confident that, you know what, this trend is strong and we're going to be heading either upwards or downtrends. Now, we're going to have to wait for lines clearly separated. Like I said, they need to be separated. We need to see some kind of pullback, like this one will be even a better entry for you, a more confident entry for you, and enter in the trade direction. We avoid chasing big candles. Tolcha, welcome back, brother. If you trade with candle by candle strategy in the future without any indicator, I would like it. Oh, you're interested for me to make a video about how to trade with candlesticks without any indicators. That's a very good suggestion, Tolchi. I will note it down, and I will actually make a video of how to trade based on just candlestick patterns, because that's actually a very good idea, what you actually gave me. And that is actually possible as well. There are strategies, guys, that you can actually trade based on just the candlestick patterns. The information these candles give you is a lot. You see, we have wicks, we have doji candles, we have the colors that help us identify opportunities. I'm not going to talk a lot about that because we can make a whole video about that, but that's a very good suggestion, Tolchi. I'll keep that in mind, and I will make a video regarding candlestick patterns. So moving back to our alligator. Now, as I said, I'm going to use the alligator, but I'm also going to combine it with RSI. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I'm going to combine it with RSI for me to give me more confirmation, more confidence for me to place my trade. So let me just do some visuals. I'm not going to change anything in terms of settings from the 70-30. However, I'm going to be making changes to the middle one, which I'm going to explain to you. Before I do that, let me just change my visuals. Let's make this one red. 2. Let's make this opacity. There we go. 2. And let's put 40 for now. I will explain to you. Now, if I'm going short, I'm going to use the 40. If I'm going long, pay attention, I'm going to use the 16. I'll explain to you. Okay, let me go back to the long, because now it seems like the alligator is shifting, so I'm going to use 60 here. So the whole point here, let me just make this even bigger. Okay, there we go. All right. The whole point here is I'm looking at the alligator. Clearly now it's shifting and it's showing me that we're in an uptrend, right? We're going to use a 1-minute candlestick time frame and a 3-minute expiration time. And the reason why I'm going to use at least 3 minutes is because the alligator is a lagging indicator, which means that it needs time to give us confirmation if it's actually a trend or just a fake out. So therefore, because our video is short, I'm going to use a 1-minute candlestick time frame and a 3-minute expiration time. If that doesn't work out for you or for me, you will have to shift and perhaps even try it on a 5-minute expiration time. So alligator is to tell me the trend direction. RSI is technically to tell me the timing of the trade. So as I said, I'm use 60 here for upward trends, right? So what does it mean? If I'm going to place a trade, I need the price to at least test the green moving average, all right? On top of that, if I'm going to go long, I need the RSI line. Let me just make it perhaps even bolder, maybe. Let's make it white. Let's make it 3. There we go. All right. Now the RSI, I need it to be between 40 and 60. And therefore, that's why I put 60, because usually the RSI is quite higher when you're going to go long. So I need it to be below 60 or at 60 and between 40 and 60. The 40 is around here, 60 is here. That's why I removed the 50. So every time I'm going to go long, I'm going to mark it as 60 for me to help me. If I'm going to go short, I'm going to mark it here as 40, so therefore it will be easier for me to place a trade. Now, let's highlight some currency pairs with our 92%. Guys, stick around because as usual, I will be sharing with you promo codes for new traders and existing traders as well. So stay tuned because any moment I will be sharing with them on the screen. So you can take advantage of them. They can be useful for existing traders, beginner traders, even more experienced traders, because you have more money, you know, more funds to manage and place trades. Whether you are successful, it will help you, you know, to place trades. And if you have more funds, it will help you to place even larger trades, depending on your risk appetite, of course. And of course, if things are not going exactly as you would want them to go, you have more funds to always try to recover your funds or trade another day. So these are tangled. You can see clearly that I'm not going to be placing any trades here. I want a clear, nice alligator expansion we could see some kind of expansion here, but there's a lot of tangling, which I'm going to avoid for now. Same can be said here. Same here. And that is why, guys, also we need to be patient in the markets, you know, because if I'm just going to be trading randomly, what's the point? There's no point to put an indicator, there's no point to do any analysis. I'll be just trading randomly. All right. What do I see here? I see something very interesting, even though we do see some tangling, but the trend is to the upside. However, let's see. Remember I told you about the pullback. I'm going to place a trade when there is kind of a pullback. So if I had placed a trade right about somewhere here, which was under 60, I would have made a profit. Let's see over here. Also as well, I would have made a profit. Also here. No, here would have been a loss, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, that would have been a loss. Here, that would also be the profit. Here we don't trade. As you can see, the RSI is already above 60, so we avoid. Here would be a nice entry point as well, and that would have been a profit as well. Beautiful. Here, what do we see here? Yep, here as well. If we had placed our trade right over here, 1, 2, 3 would have still been a profit. Here as well, but we already missed our chance. So now it's already in upwards movement, so I'm not going to be placing any trades unless we see some kind of pullback. But until then, because I'm not going to be wait for this to show me any pullback, let's keep scanning. Way up high, too late. Tangled, I'm going to avoid. This is the beauty about the alligator because it gives you more confirmation. I would like to say, you know, it avoids noises. If you follow it correctly along with the RSI, it avoids noises. And I like that. Not like the last indicator, which I showed you on my previous video, which was the, what was it called? The shaft. That was something, I'm not really a big fan of that. Nevertheless, it's way up high. I need that to be lower, specifically to find it on a pullback, and the RSI to give me some kind of confirmation. Tangling, I will avoid. All right. All right. If this comes, at least tests the 60 along with the pullback to come anywhere close here, perhaps I'll place a trade because I do see some tangling here. I'm not very happy of that. I do see some kind of, you know, big movement to the upside. So I'm not really a big fan of this, but I do like this separation here, which means this could be actually a good starting of a trend. Of course, the trend doesn't mean it's going to last forever, but until now, it's looking good. Let's see. Should we take or place a trade? Because we did see a test over here, then to the upside. So it means it respected our first moving average, which is the quickest one, then the medium one, then the slowest one. So what do you guys think? Should I stay on this or keep looking? It's very close to the 60. Shall I wait? What do you guys think? Will I find something better? Ooh. Oh, it was. All right. I'm going buy, and I used the AI as well. Pay attention, guys, because my expiration is 3 minutes. AI is seconds. It seems like the AI is super fast. Let's see. The AI has already placed this trade. It was unsuccessful. You can see that. So I just gave it $100. It placed the trade. It went for sell. I went for buy. Now, the reason I went for buy, my RSI was already just below the 60, which means there's plenty of room still for the price to go higher, which is good. The alligator is already expanding over here. We can clearly see how the price was reacting like a wave here. and this was acting like a support. So hopefully, based on these two technical indicators, this should actually close above my opening price in the 3rd minute. Now, another nice thing that I see here is this wick over here, which gives me a lot more confidence that, you know what, there is buyers here at this point over here, which is pushing the price upwards. 8620 minis says, no, keep looking. Well, I did, and I found this one. Already reach the maximum. I don't know what that means when you say already reach the maximum. Guys, pay attention. This closed in green, which is a good sign. Very good sign for me until now. Guys, I don't know what's wrong, but sometimes I see your messages and then they seem to be disappearing. I don't know if there's something's wrong with YouTube or maybe you're deleting them. I'm a little bit confused. I'm not entirely sure. Nevertheless, take a look at what is happening over here. Things are going exactly as I expected them to go, just like a textbook. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a 100% working strategy, guys. You need to understand that there is no 100% perfect strategy. The whole point is to be able to make more successful trades than successful trades. By all means, the whole point is to walk out with profits, make a profit, not expecting that I'm going to put $100, I'm going to make 1 million in one day, because that's just not realistic. We also need to be realistic with our goals. Maybe that's another discussion for another video. Nevertheless, things are looking good for now. Another 25 seconds on the clock, $100 to give me back $92 in profit, unless things go sideways. Oh my God. All right, 15 seconds on the clock. We're very close to our opening price, but I would say it's very unfair if this closes in a loss. See, the buyers are pushing the price right up again. And there we have it, our first successful trade of the session. 1-0 to the AI. 1 out of 1 for me, and 0 to the AI. But again, this is not over, guys. We keep on. I do like what I see here. It's still dipping here, so we are still respecting this line. I could technically place another trade, and I'm going to place another trade. Oh, AI went long this time as well. Take a look at this. But for some reason, the AI is choosing 30 seconds. So for me, 30 seconds is extremely fast. You can't really predict what will happen in the next 30 seconds. But if you give it a few minutes, remember, the alligator needs a few minutes just to confirm that also the trend is intact. So 30 seconds for me is extremely fast. Nevertheless, AI seems to be doing all right for now. 2, 1. There you have it. The AI has actually made $92 of profit. So right now, I am 1 out of 1. The AI is 1 out of 2. We just have to wait and see for my trade how it's going to behave at this particular moment. Now we still have another 2 minutes, 15 seconds. I think that was a good entry, and the reason is because of this red candle. This wick gave me enough information. We're above the green moving average, which is the fastest one. And it seems that the price is already respecting for now. Because again, remember guys, trends don't last forever. We all know that. We just need to ride that trend until it's over. So that's basically it. 620 minis says it's YouTube. All right, so YouTube must be in some kind of, I don't know, some issues going on with YouTube. Nevertheless, guys, we are already 20 minutes in. Let me share with you the promo code. For those of you who are interested to make a deposit, guys, whether you're new or an existing user here at Pocket Broker, make sure you take advantage of the promo code, which is right there on the screen. Remember to use the correct one, so you can actually take advantage of the deposit. Now, until now, this looks like textbook. This looks like it's going exactly as I want it to go. Perfect. Things are going perfectly for now. You can see clearly that this is a very strong upward trend with some pullbacks, bigger pullbacks, of course. But the whole point is for this to stay intact for now. All right, pullbacks, of course, they're healthy, guys. They need to be happening, but you need to be careful, and that is why we're using our 2 technical indicators today. Now, I've placed only buy trades for now. We're going to look at also sell trades if the opportunity arises. So we're going to show you how to change the RSI from 60 to 40, because that's going to also help you to actually identify when it's a good opportunity to buy or sell. 25 seconds on the clock. I love those wicks, guys. It's beautiful confirmations, beautiful information telling me that, you know what, this trend is still intact. And that is actually what we want to see. 8, 6, 4, 2, boom. I am 2 out of 2. AI is 1 out of 2. Now, of course, we need to remember, we need to also, stop, analyze, and see what is going on, because trends, as I said, they do not last forever. Trends are meant to be broken. So therefore, I'm going to get out of this before this trend gets broken. Perhaps it's actually breaking right now. So let's move on. Let's find something else. And if we find a short position, I'm going to show you how I'm going to set that up as well. 78, I am not interested. 92, a lot of tangling. I'm going to avoid. Remember what I said. When the alligator is tangling, we avoid. There's a lot of false signals. Okay, the overall trend is to the upside. There is some tangling here, to be honest. There is tangling. You can clearly see the price moves up. We do see pullbacks. And then the pullback even broke below this long moving average here, the slow one. So I'm not very confident to place a trade on this one. Okay, what do we have here? But this, like, it exploded all the way up. Now you see how it's separating, right? This is what we actually want to see. When you see this, like, the explosion is nice, but then when you see that they're trying to go together, that's when you avoid trading. When they start to expand, that is when you know that there's more volatility, and more likely the trend is going to continue to go to the upside or to the downside, depending on which direction, of course, the price is happening. Now, it's quite far from here, and I don't really trust this for now. If it was already, maybe somewhere here, the alligator, and the price was respecting here, I would actually be more confident to see that, you know what, price has already been respecting it, so it's very likely it's going to respect it again. Now, we either have to wait or look elsewhere. What do you guys think? Is this something that we can actually trade on, or is it risky? Guys, until then, if you enjoy these videos, I'd very much appreciate it if you leave a like in these videos. It really helps the channel grow. We know that you actually enjoy those videos. Of course, let us know your comments, what you would like to see in the future. Just like Tolchi did, he actually gave us a very good idea that I think that will benefit every single one of you who is interested to trade, because candlestick patterns are actually, there's plenty of information that you can actually absorb and actually help you also when you analyze the charts. So if you have any ideas, guys, by all means, drop them down in the comments. I will read them and I will try to implement them so you can actually see them as well. And I'll bring them live for you also. So what is happening here? I don't know, 55, nope, 92. A lot of tangling. I don't like that. I prefer the expansion, and then the tangling it's putting me off. 92. Ooh, okay. I like this. I like it. But we're late. You see that? This would have been my entry point right over here. We missed it, but that's okay. There's plenty of opportunities, guys. You just have to be patient. This is what I like to see. This I do not like. When the price starts to respect the first line, this is what we look for. All right, let's see. We need another small dip so we can actually get a better entry point. Because entering now long, it's quite risky. Come on, where's that pullback? Till then, let's see if we find something else. Nope. 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 Very far away. No respect here. Let me go back to, I think it was this one. All right, let's see. Let's see. Amen. Amen to you. Great job. I want to see the best way to understand when the market is good to make good trade and win. By all means, don't we all want to make good trades and make profits? That is the whole idea, right? So, well, I'm just explaining to here a strategy that I think that it's quite simple once you fully understand it. If you weren't with us here from the beginning, I would advise you, once this session finishes or this video finishes, watch the video from the beginning, because it explains to you everything from A to Z, how I set this up and when I actually place trades. Of course, I'm going to place a few more trades because I still want to beat that AI. I've done it before. Nevertheless, I want to do it again live. Tochi says, one more thing, our teacher, how to use a vertical line with horizontal. Which vertical line are you referring to? I'm assuming this one. The vertical line, to be honest, this one you can actually use for the horizontal. Let me just break it down. For the horizontal, you can actually use it as a support and resistance. The vertical line, technically, it's not really usable to place your trades. What it can actually help you is to put it somewhere and mark it. So you mark it and you know that, you know what, this was a good entry point for me. That's for you to study past performance and see how things were behaving. That is the only reason I would technically use this vertical line. Otherwise, I'd never use it. But the horizontal one, very useful, because this can actually be used as support and resistance. Great feature. I think everybody should actually use it if you know about support and resistance. All right, we do have a small pullback. Let's hope we're going to come close to our green fast moving average. We are dipping. We are coming close to the 60. I think we've hit the 60, but I'd prefer if we came even lower, closer to the green moving average. Are we late? I don't know. I don't want to push the trade, guys. I don't want to force it. I want more clear setups. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, AI went short. I went long again. AI decided 30 seconds for some reason. I don't know. I think it's just a little bit bananas, because 30 seconds for me is extremely fast. Even if you guys trade 30 seconds, by all means, trade how you wish, how you like. If you're making successful trades, stick to your strategy. By all means, don't let anybody tell you how to trade. Learn from what everybody says. Open your ears, let all the information come in, absorb it, analyze it, and then you decide what is best for you. There you go. Our AI has actually made another loss. So for now, the AI is at 1 out of 3. So he's technically made 1 successful trade and 2 losses. All right, this is my trade, guys. Like I said, I'm on 1 minute, 3 minute expiration time, because as I said it before, the alligator needs more time to form, so you can confirm that the actual trend is a real trend and not some kind of fake out. So therefore, this is what I'm actually using. This is going to be my setup. You can actually clearly see also how I've actually put my setup. So we are still at 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. How many trades did I place? I even forgot how many trades I placed. Okay, this was the AI. This was my first trade before I even went on stream. And as you can see, I invested $100, but I didn't lose. I actually got my money back. So the price actually ended up closing at exactly the opening price, which is, it's not very usual, but yeah, it happens. So this was AI, was a loss. This was my trade one, my trade one. So I'm actually 2 out of 2, hoping to go at 3 out of 3. Tochi says, I also need you make videos that expiration time flat mood. My English is very weak. Hope you understand me. Brother, there is no problem at all. It's okay if your English is weak. I do respect that you even try. You're here, you want to learn, and that is exactly what matters most. Now, you say that you want me to make videos about expiration time, flat mood. If you can elaborate further what you mean, I would perhaps understand you better, because the expiration time is right over here and you can actually adjust it to your liking by all means. But what I can tell you, the expiration time is something that everybody should experiment with, depending on the strategy. Whether you have your own strategy or you're copying someone's strategy, you put it to the test, right? You go into that demo account, you put it to the test. Like I said about the alligator at the beginning of this video. Sorry, guys. So I said that I'm going to use a 1 minute candlestick time frame, which means that each candle that you see here represents 60 seconds or 1 minute. But my expiration time is 3 minutes. There we go. Another successful trade, guys. Beautiful. So I'm 3 out of 3. AI is 1 out of 3. I'm beating it for now, but I still want to go 2 more trades. Let's see how that goes. So the expiration time, guys, is very important because depending on your strategy, some strategies require longer expiration time, longer time frames. Some other strategies you can always or try shorter expiry times, and that could also work for you. 620 minutes says shorter time frame in those types of uptrends canal. I prefer longer time frames, guys, like 3 minutes at least. Like I said, I want this setup to give me more confidence and give the market more time to actually react. But by all means, if you guys like to trade short-term trades, nobody's there to stop you, as long as you're actually making successful trades. So put your strategy to the test before you move on to the real account, by all means. All right, guys, let's keep moving. Let's see if we can find something else. Tangling over here, avoid it, complete. And this is what I like about the alligator, because it gives you a lot of misinformation, not misinformation. It tells you, like, you know what? There's a salad over here. Yeah, I can't trade if the market is not telling me clearly if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, because now we're trending clearly. We're trading clearly either on an uptrend or a downtrend. That is our strategy. We're not trading on ranging markets or anything else. Important. Keep that in mind. All right. Nice upward trend, but there was not really a pullback here. And look at my RSI. It's already extremely overbought, so I'm not going to touch it because there's no room for upwards movement, because the price can just keep going up. You can't never know. All right. Ooh, look at that. Strategy for this one, if you want to know, use support and resistance and place your trade when the market bounces from that support level or resistance level. Like this. Okay, clearly the trend is to the upside, but there's been some retest. Look at this. There's been some retest on the red one. All right, if this candle closes above here, I might go long, because it seems like it has respected it here, respected it here, respected it here. So there is a chance it's going to respect it, it's going to continue to go higher. 7 seconds on the clock. We are below 60, which is a good sign. All right. And there goes my AI as well. AI decided to go short again. I went long. Let's see. 20 seconds on the clock. AI, 30 seconds. AI is very aggressive. Closes green, even better. Closes. Not sure what that means, brother. All right, 7 seconds on the clock. Pay attention, guys. 3, 2, 1. AI has already lost once again. By all means, this doesn't mean that the AI is useless. Don't get me wrong. But it is a challenge. It is a very interesting one. And you can clearly see how I placed my trade and how the market is already reacting. It's not reacting because I placed that trade. Do not get me wrong. I placed the trade because I've had enough information for me to go long. RSI was below 60. Signal number 1. Perfect, right? So there is room for upwards movement. The price is already like on an uptrend, right? You can actually see that. And we had some nice bounces on also the green line, but also the red line. So it means that the price already reacted to the green line a few times, as you can see, and in extreme cases, it reacted to the red one. We can also see that they were all hammers. Very important. Look at this. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Okay, this one just went all the way up. Hammer, hammer, hammer. We do see some kind of, it's not exactly hammer, but it is a wick. Still important because the buyers are actually still pushing to the upside. Now, by all means, this doesn't mean it's a guarantee. You can see what is going on in the market, but these are the signals, the information that help me to make a decision. Otherwise, I'm just flipping a coin, 50-50. I don't need any indicators. I'm just going to be trading blindly. 55 seconds on the clock. 8-6-20 minutes says good entrance. Thank you, brother. The hammer candle. All right, 48 seconds on the clock. I still think we should go higher. If not now, then we're either going to, I don't like what I see here, though. You see that? Let's see. We still have another 37 seconds on the clock. Still have time. Wow, so close to my opening price. 20 seconds. 15. Come on. Let me blow. One more time. All right, guys, that was an unsuccessful trade. But what can I say? I'm not going to say anything, guys, because trading, losses are also part of trading. The whole idea is to be able to make more successful trades than unsuccessful trades. All right, back to our performance. So we have the AI make one loss, 2, 3. So the AI is 1 out of 4 successful trades, and I think, at 3 out of 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I'm 3 out of 4. One more trade to go. Let me share the promo code one more time, guys, so you can actually see it on your screen. If you're interested to make a deposit, by all means, don't let the promo code go without being used, because that will be just a shame. All right. Nope. It was expanding, but then it's not as expanding as I would like it to be. So I'm not confident enough that this is just a pullback and then we're going to go higher, even though the whole trend is to the upside. But again, it doesn't mean that the trend is over. It just means that we can pull back like this, and then keep going higher. So shall I wait for this one, or shall I look for another currency pair? I'll leave it on you guys. Let me know. Shall I keep looking? Or maybe, have you found any currency pair that has a nice setup for me to place a trade? Now, we haven't found any sell trade. Ooh, very, very nice. Very nice. Come on. Need it over here. And this over here. See those wicks? Very strong upward movement. It's 82%, but still could be a good entry. Till then, nope. Nope. Wow. The other one was this one. So these two then. Ooh. I could have entered that trade, even though the RSI was technically so close to 60. Nothing is super exactly to the point that you can actually, it's like art, I would like to say. It's like a drawing. You cannot be perfect, but you can actually use that to your advantage. I think I'm already late on that. Unless it goes even lower or no, I'm gonna have to wait. This one is already higher. 620 minutes says shorter time would be better at this SM candle trends up. This would have been a nice entry point right over here. This one right over here. Now, even though I didn't place that trade, it's still good information for you guys. Take that information, understand it, and why this could have been a good entry point. Even if the price closes below it and then it shoots up, the whole point is not just to make one successful trade, it's to be able to see that what we're predicting based on the information that we see in front of us is accurate. That's the whole point. Because you cannot avoid some kind of, unsuccessful trades. This is not a downtrend, some kind of pullback. Ooh, terrible. All right. All right. I placed my buy trade. The AI went short again for some reason. I mean, this is an uptrend, but he went short. But again, it's okay. I understand him because it was 30 seconds and I think he was successful. Or am I wrong? Yep, he was successful. So I placed my buy trade. We're already just under 60. Let's see how this one goes. Danush says AUDNZD. AUDNZD. Where is it? This one. And what are you saying, brother? Long or short? You're saying this is a good buy entry? Can you explain to me or enlighten me why this is a good buy entry? This is only 86%, but still I saw an opportunity, guys. I took it. Let's go back to AUDNZD. Long. Okay, you're expecting that it's going to go higher. Over the long run, what you're saying actually makes sense, because if I zoom out, I can actually see higher, pullback, higher, pullback, higher, pullback, higher, pullback. Could be higher. You could be right. But if I'm going to stick to my strategy, I'm not going to be trading randomly. So I would like to avoid trading randomly. I wouldn't say randomly, even though that is still could be good analysis based on how you saw it. But if I'm going to stick to my strategy, I prefer not to combine other strategies with my strategy. But again, you could be right. What is happening here? 57 seconds on the clock. We are very close to my opening price. This should still go higher, but who knows? Let's see. 46 seconds on the clock. There, Papa down. Papa? Not sure I understand that. 30 seconds on the clock, guys. Come on, you want to go higher. The whole trend is going higher. My RSI told me you're going higher. There is room for you to go higher, and you have to go higher because there's still another 16 seconds on the clock. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. You see that beautiful green engulfing candle? What more, guys, do you need? There it is. All right, guys. So I am actually 4 out of 5 successful trades. I'm actually even made a profit today. The AI, on the other hand, I think he was 1, 2 out of 5. I won. I beat it. I placed 5 trades, guys. I've won 4. AI placed 5 trades. He won 2. So technically, I did actually beat it. Now I know that I may have not walked out with lose a few trades, but okay, forget this one. So I actually made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. Ooh, yes. $132 in profit, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video, guys. This is a very nice strategy. I personally loved it even before we started this video. I told you this is a very interesting strategy. I really liked it because it avoids a lot of noises. It actually, clears the things that you do not want to see on the chart. As soon as you see some tangling, you just simply avoid it and you keep looking for nice trending markets where the alligator is actually opening its jaw. So guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for streaming, for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, I'd very much appreciate it if you leave a like, because that would very much help the algorithm as well. Okay, I'm back here. So again, I want to thank you very much for joining this video. Leave a like, guys, if you enjoyed this video. I think today was a very nice and productive video. We actually made some very nice trades. I explained to you how the alligator works with combination to the RSI, and walking out with profit is nothing better than that. I'm not going to overtrade. I'd rather keep that money, keep that profitability so I can actually use it again when I'm going to be trading, because, overtrading can actually lead to either burnouts or even, revenge trading. And I try to avoid that. And I think that everyone should actually avoid it as well. Danush says, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining in, guys, because without you guys, these videos would not be possible. So like I said, if you enjoy them, leave a like and let me know what you guys would like to see in the future. And I'm going to do my best to make that possible. Before I go, let me share with you one more time the promo codes, which are right there on the screen. Make sure you take advantage of them because they will actually go to waste. Thank you once again. And I will definitely see you next weekend, actually next Sunday, where I'm also going to be having another live stream with you guys. And hope until then, enjoy your Easter, enjoy the weekend, enjoy your week. Remember always to use risk and money management. And until then, take care. Goodbye.